What's going on, guys? Michael here, and today I'm here to watch episode 2 of Apothecary Diaries. Now, last episode we had Maomao's introduction. She seems like a very clever, honest character. Like, she's not afraid to express her thoughts. Like, last episode, just something funny that stuck out to me was when she just put her hands on Maomao's shoulder, like, hey, let's work together. She was like, smacked his dang hand off his shoulder. Just something funny I remembered. But more importantly, Maomao's working as the lady-in-waiting, which is essentially just the helper for the Emperor's consort. Well, one of the consorts, because the Emperor is kind of like going around crazy, having like 40 wives. Li Hua being one of the wives who actually died due to the mysterious illness being makeup poisoning surrounding every one of the Emperor's wives. Not sure if wives is the correct term since they're, I don't even know, like, the Emperor probably doesn't spend time with them, probably just like, you know, has children with them, sees them like once every month, I don't know. Probably not the healthiest of relationships, right? But more importantly, Maomao was working for Gyokuyo, who was the nicer consort, if I'm being honest, compared to Li Hua, because Li Hua was shaming Gyokuyo last episode about how she intentionally had her daughter Ling Li while she had her son, the prince, I forgot his name, but they both ended up passing, and that was horrible. I'm excited to see Maomao's dynamic with Jinshi and Gyokuyo, so excited to see more, and hopefully she's able to return to her father, because she just got kidnapped so suddenly. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Oh yeah, we did leave off with soldiers having soup and someone saying it was poison. Violence will get you nowhere, sir. Who is this lady? The food was cooked by the villagers. The village leader has been put into custody for aiding the barbarians. When he says barbarians, does he mean the other villagers? Right, that would be Maomao. Only 4 women? Wow, she had a lot more. Yeah, she seemed more emotionally mature compared to Li Hua. And Gyokuyo is probably a really good judge of character because she accurately read Maomao's character and was instantly nice to her off the bat, showed patience, showed love. Gaoshun. Just the right pawn is crazy. Yeah, also just a side note, Gaoshun, I'm assuming he was the guy in last episode instructing the servants to enter Jinshi, who is the rear palace manager's room, just to, you know, check on them and see who was the one that helped Lady Gyokuyo. I'm kind of scared of his measures. I don't think she'll fall for your seductive tricks, sir. To the Jade Pavilion. Man, this guy, like, every lady loves this man. He is very pretty. This looks like the silhouettes of the 4 lady-in-waitings that was serving Gyokuyo. Her face is killing me. Bro really thought he did something. Keep your paws to yourself, sir. Dang, I know it's only been 1 month since the baby was born, but Ling Li already has so much hair. Like, is that normal for babies? I thought they were bald for a while. She's cute. Oh, is her name Xiaoling? Yinghua. Guiyun. Island. I have to get assorted with the names. It might be a couple episodes before that. Maomao. We know her. Wait, sorry, what they look at? Oh, this was like the injury she induced on herself when she wanted to experiment with her apothecary methods.
翡翠宮では下女を雇っていないので、毎日私たちが手分けをしてやっているの。
I respect that.
様が快適に過ごすの。あなたはお部屋で休んでいて。ゆっくりしてればいいわ。
Are they very compassionate?
お仕事もあることだし、特別な仕事。
I love their hairstyles.
に案内するわ。お、はい。
見た？あの子の左腕。必死に包帯で隠しているけど、傷跡よね。きっと故郷で親から虐待。
Why are we assuming so much? You know what?
挙句の果てにはあんな辛い仕事を。
Before they explain this terrible job, I guess it does make sense because you would assume most of the people here, especially the people who are really gloomy, were kidnapped because kidnapping was probably a super common occurrence back in this time, especially with how nonchalant Maomao was. That just led me to believe this was like dang near your neighbor's kids usually get kidnapped and they come back in 5 years after serving in this random empire, you know? With Maomao's conditions, I believe it was just 2 years slow. Really nice of these 3 girls, they seem really sweet. I can see why Lady Gyokuyo chose them. No, they look caring. Yeah. Maybe if you were in Li Hua's division, you would have been hit with those people you're thinking of. That looks delicious. Wow. I love that animation. Really? Do we know by who? Man, if I'm working as a taster, you better pay me a hefty sum. This is crazy to do, but I understand the reasoning. I see. This was the nasty job they were talking about. Oh my god, that looks disgusting. Why does her father just randomly speak in that? Really? That's actually epic. I love when she has cat ears when she's happy. Yeah, because I was going to say, she already never really had the highest regard for her body. She was willing to go through certain risks, such as having like infections, some sort of weird mushroom gash. I don't know, it looked disgusting. But yeah, not only does she get free delicious food that's served on an emperor level, at least for an emperor's concubine level, but she gets to pursue her knowledge of being an apothecary. They think she's a freak. Wow, and of course he would know some because he's the manager, so he needs to have prior knowledge of general stuff. Yeah, she didn't want to attract attention to increase, just basically give her kidnappers a promotion. I keep saying the infrastructure looks epic. Love the way they draw it. The animation is so cute. Drawing her as a pig is crazy. Boo, he is crazy. These flowers look beautiful. Ooh, who drew that? That looks amazing. Aphrodisiac. Still letting them eat that is crazy. Is it from some nasty old man? That would be disgusting. Did this guy try to make... I don't think Jinshi would stoop that low. That'd be gross. I think Gyokuyo has, side note, I think Gyokuyo has my favorite character design so far. Just her jewelry, the drip she got on, the robes, the lavish graphic designs. Looks cool. Very cool. Yeah. I was thinking that too. It would be most realistic for a villager to poison that, but where would be the fun in writing the story? You know, I'm thinking It might be on one of the villager's best friend who he grew up alongside with, poisoned it and wanted to kill him to take his position and go up in the hierarchy, something crazy like that. That would be epic. But let's see what Maomao has to say. She's the expert here. Soldiers should have had their own chopsticks and plates. Is there significance in these flowers? Rhododendron, right, and why is she? What a weird pause, sorry. And this is the flower that Maomao attached the note to in episode 1, last episode, to kind of tell Gyokuyo that the makeup was poison. Why are you eating that, ma'am? So it's kind of symbolic to her telling the poison message, wrapping it around that. Interesting. And they cook using wood, so... I didn't know wood can be poisonous if burned like that. That's crazy. So basically the officers did it to themselves by using the wood. Doesn't even care what he's about to use with it. She's adorable. Really reminds me of Freerun when she finds treasure chests. Is Gaoshan like his security guard? Bro has too many sparkles. He uses it all for. Are we serious here? Interesting. Oh. She must be loyal. Wow. Yeah, I was going to say. And we haven't seen the Emperor so far. I'm interested. I wonder if he's a good or bad person. She feels disgust, and rightfully so. Is this guy a masochist? I wonder how old Jinshi is. Oh god, no, Gaoshan, my security guard. Hey, with the infrastructure, they might just be able to bust in through that paper-like window area. Aww. Gaoshan. Oh, his assistant, not like security guard, but he could be. Bro, you are a worse doctor than I am, and I haven't even studied doctory like that. If that's a word. Wow. This is far, actually. The animation was really nice for that. I'm starting to like Gaoshan. She's killing me, she's really funny. Who took it? It's an almond. Oh, cacao. Just a side note, really cool how we're seeing sort of like the medicinal rooms, because I swear I've seen like in one of those Chinese like herb shops, they store the medicinal stuff in like those like wooden cabinets, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because I always wonder, like, at least in this anime, they don't have any like stickers, any labels, nothing. Like they just like, okay, you want rosemary, it's in top left, second row, third horizontal, really impressive to be a doctor in this show. Or not in the show, but like back then. But at the same time, there could be a lot of quacks, especially that fraud of a doctor we saw earlier, who did virtually nothing to help Li Hua. And essentially, if, let's say, Maomao was in the position of him, not that she would want to be, but she would have been able to sort of cure Li Hua. But honestly, at the same time, who would have known? Because Like Li Hua was sort of stubborn. Like Maomao was going on about how she used to be close to a lot of, I can't remember the word, concubines. Is that the right word? I'm sorry if I'm using the wrong word, but they really pursued beauty over their life. You know, using that makeup. And same with back in the day. I'm sure like some women were starting to be aware of the fact that mercury poisoning was on the rise. And if I keep using this, it might give me all sorts of diseases. That's such a long tangent. Sorry about that. Sugar honey. Is she making hot cocoa? Oh, right. She was making the aphrodisiac. My bad. This looks really good. Oh, she's so cute. Oh no. Wait, so chocolate's an aphrodisiac? Really? So when you eat M&Ms, like, does it cause you to feel that way? Oh. And it makes sense that we're gonna see a lot of cooking, but it's just nice to see. I did watch Food Wars, so I always love to see some cooking in anime. I love how they highlight the areas with sparkles. Damn, this guy looks pretty. Oh, they got some chocolate. That looks really tasty. Wait, where? I don't even know where. I don't even want to know where she was checking. Wait, so did they eat that or that? You're used to alcohol. Okay. Alright, let's at least eat it when you're alone so you don't get freaky in front of us. Not only was it a horrible joke, Jinshi, you just contaminated the food. You didn't wash your hands, did you? I'm joking. He looks pretty handsome there, I'm not even gonna lie. He's a very attractive man. Wow, even caused nosebleeds. Maomao needs to be contained, bro. If she works for the wrong person, yeah, it's over for the whole nation. Just distributing like aphrodisiac chocolate throughout the whole area. I'm still scared though. We haven't seen the person who gave Jinshi aphrodisiacs without telling him, trying to do something to him. Why is there a light in your eyes? Damn, who is playing this violin? At least she recognized he probably didn't have any ill intents, although he was being kind of a freak. I do wonder, like, does the Apothecary Diaries fandom actively ship Jinshi and Maomao? Are they a common ship? I assume so. I feel like I need to see more episodes before I can feel any type of way between their relationship and understand their ages. Was that Li Hua? Oh my god, she looked terrifying. I don't know who that was. That's just a guess, but... Alright, amazing episode. We got introduced to the goat Gaoshen. I really love him. I don't know why I just had to throw his character out there. Appreciation, you know. But more importantly, we saw Maomao make aphrodisiac. We still need to see whoever was trying to induce aphrodisiac into Jinshi. Because I'm sure there are some freaks in this show. Like, I mean like genuine villains. Because who in their right mind does that to someone? But also, we got to see the 4 lady-in-waitings. I already forgot their names. Hopefully they do state it more throughout the show so I can connect with that, you know. And I thought Gyokuyo's baby's name was Ling Li. Or is it Xiao Ling? I'm not sure. Maybe it's like first name, last name, or maybe it's like nickname, real name. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, really solid episode. It's really cute seeing Maomao getting all giddy and happy because she's able to finally start doing apothecary. Her hobby, her passion, she gets paid for it. And she has no problem being the poison tester, so W's to her. Like, I loved when they drew her as a pig. It was just funny, you know. Just picking out, eating this, eating that. But yeah, really nice episode. If you guys enjoyed my reaction, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. But more importantly, make sure you guys have a nice day. Peace out, y'all.